Hey, this is Jamie Stegmeyer from Stonemeyer Games, and you are watching the Beans and Dice podcast.
Tiny Epic Pirates.
Oh, yeah, we played that. Yes.
We played Tiny Epic Pirates, so it came in. I jumped in. I didn't do the Kickstarter. Our buddy Nick did, and Nick asked if anyone else wanted to jump in, so I jumped in with him. He purchased one for me with the expansion. So we did not play with the expansion. We took it with us to the shop, and I think it was the last game of the evening we played. We started at, 11 a.m.?
Yep.
And I didn't leave there till 11.
We closed the place down at 11. We were there a little after 11. Yep.
So,
hanging out.
So we played a 4-player game of Tiny Epic Pirates. It was myself, your daughter Emmy, Rob here, and then Dan, the shop owner, for your turn. He was there as well in that match.
Yep.
It went longer than I thought it would, but part of it did have to do. Dan was still working; he would have to get up and go do stuff. So I can't let that feeling. I can't let that feeling stand out too much.
Yeah,
it felt that way, but I think I'm gonna. I think with repeated plays, we can get it under an hour.
Right. It wasn't a particularly complicated game, although we did have to stop several times and look things up just because it was our first play and we didn't do a thorough...
And I've never done a Rondell game.
Right. Right. It was your first Rondell game. We didn't do a thorough reading of the rules. We kind of learned on the fly. So that's always going to, of course, slow things down a little bit. But it was...
Yeah, and Tiny Epic Pirates, what you're doing is you're playing the role of a pirate captain.
Yep.
You've got a pirate ship, and that ship can carry so many... 3 cubes of loot that you... or booty. I'm going to say booty a lot in this. It's a lot of booty here. The 3 things of booty, you're going to carry that booty around. You either have coffee, you have gunpowder, you have rum. So purple's rum, coffee's brown, sugar is tan, and gunpowder is 4.
Yeah.
4. Gunpowder, sugar, coffee, and rum. And you're going to then sell those at different locations that are seeking it. The value is going to be dictated by a scale that is modified, because every time you sell that good, you're going to reduce the value of that good.
Goes down to the bottom.
Yep, it goes to the bottom, and then everything else goes kind of up a little bit.
Yep.
You're also going to have options to hunt down merchant vessels.
Yeah.
Right? You get to attack these merchant vessels to try to take their booty, because they're moving from one port to another port back and forth, kind of autonomous.
Got to get that booty.
Right, got to get the booty.
Yeah.
And you're also being chased by the Navy.
Yeah.
So you got the Navy coming around. You can't attack the Navy directly, but if they attack you, they always win.
Right.
The Navy will always win, and whenever you get attacked, either by another pirate or by a Navy ship, so PvP, so pirate versus pirate here, it can happen. When you get attacked by them or a Navy ship, you get jostled, meaning your workers, your meeple, crewmen get put into the repair slot, and they can't be used to help skip spaces on the Rondell,
right?
And they can't be used to man the sails or man the cannons or go get you money, so you're losing extra money, extra speed, and you're losing extra firepower on your tableau, on your board, because your folks are over there working the repairs from the damage from the attack.
Right.
You sail into a storm. You also get jostled and have to put some of your guys into the repair section to repair your ship. So you're going back and forth each turn, picking an action on the Rondell, taking that action, either attack. Everybody moves every time. You can attack. You can plunder. You can search for tokens on the board to find booty that way.
Recruit.
You can recruit new crew members, up to 4 crew members on your ship.
Drop anchor and hide in a cove.
Yep. You can, at the top of the board, at the top of the Rondell, it resets where you can drop anchor, go into a cove, and at that point you can reassign your crewmen, your deckhands, so that you can take them out of the repair slot and put them back onto the different the cannons and manning the sails and all that stuff, the rigging, as they call it.
There you go, yeah.
So you're going around the board, taking these actions based on what's available on your Rondell. You spend deckhands to skip spaces on the Rondell.
Right.
And then as you come back around, it releases the deckhands so you can put them back onto your ship to give you those bonuses. Trying to time the action that you know is coming with what you're trying to do, so they kind of work together. Like having the right amount of booty to be able to go trade with the trade action,
and not getting stuck with all your deckhands jostled and having to go all the way around the Rondell before you could reset. You got stuck with that early in the game, and we found out that was not the way to go. So,
well, that was my first Rondell game. In my first time around the Rondell, I got all my deckhands on the Rondell, and then I got them jostled, and then I get to the top where it lets you go into a cove and reset.
Right.
I kind of give you that refresh. It's almost like a wasted turn.
But you decided to skip that step.
Right, because I really wanted to do the next action. Like I wanted to go, I think it was trade or plunder. It was something important to me, and it may have been trade. that I wanted to go do, and I did it, and then I found myself, oh wait, now I have to take every single action on this rondel.
Got to stop every spot. You can't skip anything now because all your guys are jostled and they're repairing the boat, repairing the ship. Yeah.
Yep. Before I can, reassign. And now I'm running for my life because my speed was down because I had nobody on the rigging to give me extra speed.
Yep.
I'm scared because my cannons are down, so I'm not a threat. Every other pirate knows that they have more firepower than I do.
Yep.
Right. And I'm not earning any money, which is what I need in order. So that's the name of the game is to bury 3 treasures. And the way you bury 3 treasures is you get to 13 gold. You find a burial spot, and then you take the search action to bury there.
Right.
I wasn't making money. I wasn't moving fast, and I had no cannons. It was bad.
It all worked out for you all right in the end, though, if I recall. I think you won that game?
No.
Did you not? Oh, who won?
No, Carlos wins. I wrote it down.
You beat me by one barrier at the end of the game. Yep.
I can celebrate that. Dear Diary, Carlos wins.
There you go. Yeah, you won a game. So, and let's talk about these crazy Kickstarter dice that you got. So.
Oh yeah, the skull dice. There was a lot of talk about the skull dice, and people were being upset because when they originally designed them, Robert, they looked gorgeous. They were like these gorgeous skull-looking dice. But I guess as they went through production, they realized, this is not going to work. So they had to change it into what you saw, the actual production product.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the skull dice?
They look like weapons. Number one, they've got. I'm trying to see
caltraps that you can throw on the ground and people will step on.
See if I can find. Here we are. Here's got a pretty decent picture of them here on BGG. But let's see if I can blow it up.
No, I think those were the.
Well, no, this is pretty similar to what they look like. They may not have been as detailed.
That's them.
Yeah, so the side that you would, I thought was going to be 4 pips, only was 2, and they're kind of pushed off to one side. It's supposed to be a skull, so if you look closely, it's kind of the eyes, and there's the nose, and then the bottom of the skull there. So, but they have these corners on them that are, actually, these may have been a prototype somewhere along the way, because I remember the corners on yours being a little more jagged, a little more sharp, but when you rolled the dice, being squares with raised corners like this, they didn't want to roll. If I threw it across the table, it would tend to hit on one side and just slide on that side. So I didn't like the way that they didn't roll, I guess would be the way to say it.
Yeah.
And then they just weren't comfortable trying to roll. They're fairly large.
They're pokey.
Yeah, and they're pokey, so when you're rolling them around, they're kind of like poking around in your hand. And then, they were extremely light, whatever material they're made out of.
Especially in your soft palms. I know your palms are very tender.
Soft, very tender, yeah. But so they were very light. I just didn't like the feel. I didn't like the roll. Although I did roll them the whole game. Everybody else bailed out, I think, and started rolling the regular dice. But because it came with a set of regular dice.
Yeah, the box came with a set. This was the extra set of dice that came outside of the box for the Kickstarter.
Okay, gotcha. So everybody else was just rolling the regular dice by the time we were done. But I stuck with it. I rolled these dice. But yeah, they were they're a bit of a gimmick. I think they look kind of cool. But
what about the other components like the ships? The metal coin.
Very nice. I'm looking here. I was just through the BGG stuff. I'm not sure where this stuff came along, but these are little...
That is Spanish Main. That is a game I used to play.
Oh, okay. So they borrowed some
decades ago.
Okay. So I see these little cardboard cutouts.
That's Pirates of the Spanish Main. It was by, I believe, WizKids, and it was a build-your-own pirate ship.
Gotcha.
They came in these little booster cards. Oh. They're plastic booster cards. Okay. So it looked like a pack of magic cards, right? And then you'd open them up, and then you punch them out, and then you build them like a little 3D puzzle.
Okay. So
it was an amazing game.
I'm looking like, that's not this game. So
no, that's not
this game on the left side here, these plastic ships. But they were pretty cool. Actually, the little masts come out. You had to build the ships, and then when we put it away, we took them back out so they wouldn't snap off or anything. But these little plastic ships were pretty cool. The little meeples that you use as your deck hands. I'm going through here. Actually, and this reminds me, going through here is there was a metal coin. Your coins are tracked on the side of the board. The money, the gold that you have.
There's a numerical track on the side.
And you can kind of see it here on the bottom of this shot, but there's a better shot here of the board. So, but you just get one of these coins. So the awesome, metal coins in the game, doubloons in the game, but then when you handed each one of us one, and I realized pretty quickly, they're like, oh, this is the only one I'm going to get. I was like, oh, that's a little
better hang on to it.
Yeah.
You're precious. That's all you got.
It was a little disappointing.
In the soft part of your palm.
I wanted to play with a little stack of metal coins, but in any case, that was very nice. Then again, I think that's probably Kickstarter exclusive as well, I would guess.
No, that came in the box.
Is that in the regular box?
Yeah, that came in the box.
Well, that's nice then. That's that.
Now you can buy extras
Okay.
So you can buy like packs of them.
All right.
And I think at that point, probably use them as actual gold that you're going to pull on the table.
Yeah, we may have to do that. So
the ships are well molded, plastic ships.
Yeah.
A little bit fiddly with getting the cubes in and out of the ships.
That was definitely a thing. All of us, we played with my 15-year-old daughter
and she's got nimble little hands.
She's 5'11", so she's not even, 4'11", I should say, 4'11". And so she's not quite 5 foot tall yet. So she's definitely on the smaller side. And then we had us who are a little on the larger side, but none of us could seem to get those cubes in and out of the little spaces between the masts on the ship very well. A lot of times we were having to just knock the ship over to dump them out, and then we'd have to drop them in 4 or 5 times to try to get it to sit down in the little recess of where the cargo holds were. But so that was definitely a little fiddly. I mean, I guess you could probably just throw the cube next to the ship and move it along with the ship or something.
Most games will have you put it on your board.
Yeah, something like that.
I like that it's on the ship because of the theme aspect. Yeah. And it's also easy to tell who has what. So, and the reason that's cool is because with the ship, even though I can see, one of the cool things was seeing your ship with what you had on it.
Yeah.
Although I can't take it from you, right? Because when you attack another pirate, you don't take their booty.
Right, yeah.
What I can do is go sell what you're trying to sell.
Right.
Because I see you headed for maybe a sugar port, and you got 3 sugar cubes on there.
Right now, they're worth 6 each.
Right, they're worth $6 or 6 gold a pop. You're going to get, an $18 spread here on this sell.
Yeah.
What does Emmy do? Yeah, she runs to the most nearest port with her 1 sugar cube and sells it for $6,
Yep.
which takes your sugar cube value down to $2 a piece.
From 6, so it was either 3 or 2 or 3 each. Then after that, so yeah.
And I could see the look, the look of I'll stab you.
Yeah, exactly. So it was 4 cubes. So was it 2, 3, 4, 5, or 4, 3 4, 5, 6? But either
it went
way,
from the highest level to the lowest level.
Highest to lowest.
And your plan to sell all these cubes, that profit margin.
Yep. I had that happen to me twice.
Gone.
I believe you may have done that to me once.
Well, once I saw them do it, I was like, that's cool. I got to do that too.
Yep. And I know Dan did it. Dan, of course,
Chaos.
was playing on Chaos. Yeah, he definitely had to run over there and do that once or twice in the game. And actually, I think once it was even to his detriment. He had a hole full of valuable cargo. And he I think that was me actually that he did that too. He ran over and sold the 1 cube just to knock the price way down.
He had the option to sell for like $12 or something.
Yeah.
And he chose to go sell for
1 cube for 5 or something just to knock it all the way down because he knew I was racing across the board to cash it in for 15. So that was pleasant. So.
So no, you can't steal it from them, but you can play with the economic market.
Right, play with the economy. Yeah,
the demand.
Yep.
I got to say, I enjoyed this game. Wayne
fun.
Kruger in the chat asked, where does it stack with the other Tiny Epics games? I'm going to say it's a bit too early for me to stand on that yet.
Probably. You've played more of them than I have. I think I've played maybe 4 or 5 at the most of the Tiny Epics.
I'm probably about 4 or 5. I think we're different ones, too.
Okay, different ones, yeah. I'd say it's in the better half for me.
It definitely, right to the top. It shot to the top half.
Yeah, definitely top half, I think.
To me, I'm still a big fan of Galaxies.
Yeah, that's my favorite, yeah.
Both versions, the original and the Blast Off.
I haven't played the second one. I haven't played Blast Off yet, but yeah.
So it's going to be tough for that to get past it. And I think Blast Off is just so fast that's also the thing of how I couch my games is how much game am I getting in how much time.
Sure, yeah.
Right, so almost like that Dune versus Arnak conversation we just had is how much game am I getting in how much time.
Sure.
Pirates going to take a little longer. I got to play a true playthrough without some of the interruptions that we had to see how long does it really play. And that will help me understand where I'm going to put it in the order of Tiny Epics.
Okay.
But it might rise fast because I felt like I was playing Merchants and Marauders.
Yeah, I like the theme. Definitely the pirate theme is awesome. Merchants and Marauders, you mentioned we've played that 2 or 3 times. That's
I played more than you.
Game. Oh yeah. That's a long game.
Yes.
So this gives you a taste of that in hopefully less than an
hour and a half.
Yeah.
And you get the taste of a 6-hour Merchants and Marauders game.
Yeah.
Not all the story that you get from Merchants and Marauders. Of course, that's a big part of it. Going for the rumors, doing all those missions.
Yep.
But the idea of deciding, do I want to be a merchant and just move goods around and sell them,
right?
Which is what I did. I never pirated.
Yeah. We finished one.
I didn't pirate.
That. Yeah.
I think I attacked maybe one merchant ship because it was an easy target and it had booty that I wanted to sell.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I just stayed in the world of trading, where Emmy and Dan both were going into that attacking world, attacking us.
Right.
They kept hitting us just to be able to get that legend status.
We were doing merchant. They were doing the marauder. Yeah.
And when you attack other players, you get to level. If you beat them in the attack, you get to level up your ship. So you get more speed, you get more cannons.
Yep.
You know, your captain name goes up. You go from like Sea Dog to, you know, Marauder or something. So I didn't play that world. Nope. I just focused on merchandise.
Sure.
Mercantilism.
Yeah.
English is not my first language.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the Beans and Dice podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe.